Hey everybody, guess what? We got some more Owl House news to talk about. So at first, I didn't actually want to make a video on this. We got a new clip and a new screenshot, and I was like, that's not enough to talk about, right? I even made a community post. I was like, well, there's not enough to talk about here. I have standards. I don't want to just keep milking content. But then we got this released. This freaking poster looks so hype. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely beautiful. Personally, I think this poster looks cooler than the Thanks to Them poster. They're both really good. Don't get me wrong. They're both really, really good. But I think I prefer this one because just look at it. It's so beautiful. Look at the collector, dude. Look at that smirk, that smile, and King wearing the collector's like outfit. He's literally wearing the collector's outfit. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, it's so cool. And besides the characters, we have Hexside to the left. We have some strange star to the right. I'm not really sure what that's about. There just is a star, and the ground that Camila and Luce are standing on appears to be some sort of monster with eyes. I don't really know what that is, but I absolutely love this poster. This poster is just so cool. So cool. So we're gonna talk about all these little things. I also do want to say, I don't know if this is true or not because I'm not gonna look into it to prevent spoilers, but allegedly the entire episode has been leaked on iTunes. Again, this is only rumor, like spread of word. I actually haven't seen any screenshots or any extra clips. Maybe people are just not sharing it, which good. If you see any of them, don't share them around, please. But for the record, I will not be covering any unofficially released content. So if the episode did leak, I'm not gonna watch it until the official day it comes out. I won't talk about it. I'm gonna avoid screenshots of leaks as much as possible. The only thing I wanna cover are content and media officially released by Disney or Dana or the team or whatnot. Stuff like that. I'm okay with covering that. But if the episode did leak through iTunes, again, allegedly, I don't actually know if it's true. It seems like it is, but I don't really know. Again, I'm too worried because I don't want to be spoiled, so I'm not going to be looking into that. I just want to put that warning out there, though, that some people are saying that it has leaked. So the first thing to cover is we have this screenshot. Seems to be a clear screenshot of the one that we had earlier, where all the characters seem disappointed. Amity still seems to be disappointed in the background, but we see Scara as well. So it does seem like they've met up with the Hexside squad. Also, we see in the poster that Hexside is literally in the poster, so it just makes sense they're gonna go meet up with the Hexside characters. We haven't seen any signs of Ida and Rain and the rest of, I guess, Cats, I should say. I guess that squad. We haven't really seen the rest of them. But this is kind of cool. So again, not really too much here. We see that Scara she has some little cape outfit on. I can't really tell what she's wearing, but maybe it's some sort of like rebellion group from Hexside hood that she's wearing. At first I thought it was like the Coven, like the Emperor's Coven thing, but that's not right. Like the mask or something, but that's not correct. We also see that she has some sort of talisman. I don't really know what that is. I can't really tell, honestly. Some sort of bug, it looks like. And then Barkus is there. It looks like he has a sword, I think. And he's just kind of chilling there. He looks so default, dude. He looks like he doesn't care. Anyway, so that's about the screenshot. There's really not too much there. Again, this is why I didn't really want to make a video on this specific screenshot, but it's cool to talk about. You know, Scara is there, and I'm sure a lot of other Hexside characters are there. I'm really hoping Edric is there too. Well, Edric and Emerald, but you know me. I gotta have my Edric content, dude. Next up, we have a 30-second clip released, just of For the Future. Honestly, not much really here. Not really much here. So it starts with, we see some growing plants coming up through the floorboards of the Owl House. I'm not really sure what happened there, whether it's Glyph or just how no one's been taking care of it, so these plants are going through. But we see Camila looking out the window. I'm guessing she's on guard, like watching out the window just to make sure it's safe, because we don't know what the state of the world is like out there. And maybe she's also just sort of reflecting because she knows this is where her daughter stayed the entire time while she was gone, so it might just feel weird for her to be here while the Owl House isn't really a home, because as you remember, the Emperor's Coven sort of trashed it looking for Ida and the others. So it's not really much of a home anymore. It's just kind of like a emptied out building. Anyway, from there we see Amity walking down a hallway, and she picks up this little photograph. We don't actually get to see what's on it, but I'm sure we'll be able to see what's on it later. She's probably going to show it to Luce. It's probably just going to be like some group picture of Ida, King, and her. Amity then walks into Ida's old room, which is completely trashed. There's not really much there, except for Ida's nest, which is still there. There's also a bunch of light glyphs in the room that Luce probably put up. But Amity walks over to see how Luce is doing, and she's literally chilling in the nest. Amity then asks,
"Did you think sitting in a nest was gonna help your palisman hatch?"
Maybe, but nothing's happening.
Yeah, but nothing's happening, says Luce. Even though that is not the case, we do know that something is happening. because we've seen it in those other short clips that I talked about in this video. And honestly, that's about it. That's all we really got. Again, the screenshot in this clip doesn't really show too much about For the Future. There's not a ton of info here. Like, it's cool. You know, it's cool to get to see little clips and snippets of the episode. But again, not really too much to talk about. I didn't even want to make a video on this. I literally only made this video because we got the poster and because I wanted to warn people to keep an eye out for spoilers for the Future, because it did allegedly leak. So let's quickly take a look at this beautiful poster once again in all of its glory. We've already sort of talked about everything on the poster just sort of briefly a little bit earlier, but I'm very curious about two specific things on this poster. The first thing is the star to the right, or actually now that I'm looking closer at it, there's stars all across the thing. There's even some to the left on top of the bones of the Titan and such. So these stars, they're just kind of sitting around. These are obviously placed here by the collector, surely. And when we look in this screenshot that we talked about in the last video, there are these stars that are everywhere. I didn't really comment on these stars because I wasn't entirely sure what was happening. I assumed it was either one, the collector, you know, the collector made these stars, or two, it was just supposed to be some sort of pretty background for the palisman doing all its funny things. And the collector being the child of the stars, it only makes sense that there are going to be stars sitting around the owl house. It's just a bit odd because I don't really know what the point of these stars are, right? Like, why did the collector place these stars? You know that besides the collector being the child of the stars, they do have stars underneath their left eye. I don't think there's anything important with the star count. I'm mainly just wondering what the point of these stars are going to be. Maybe it has something to do with the Owl House game. I don't even know if they are going to be playing this Owl House game that we heard about at the end of King's Tide. It's really hard to say what's going to be happening. But the other thing is King, right? King. What's up with King? We don't actually get to see King in his full outfit, but I'm really curious about why he's wearing what the collector is wearing, because nobody else wears that, right? Why would King be wearing that? Obviously, the collector could have just been like, poof, haha, you have my clothes now we're pals. But the Titan Trappers don't wear outfits like that, unless maybe they do now. It just doesn't really make any sense. My only thought process is that the collector just put it on him, because the collector has a one-sided friendship with King. King does not want to be friends. Look at him, dude. He's not happy about it. And since King made that promise, he's kind of stuck with the collector. There is that spot on top of his skull. I can't tell if that's like where the crack was on his skull. I can't really tell what that is. I don't know if it's like some sort of thing on him. I don't know. There's like a little square on top of his skull. I don't know what that is. I thought it was the crack at first. Maybe it is. I can't really tell from this angle. Again, it's pretty tough since we don't actually get to see his full body. But honestly, I'm really curious to see what's going to be happening to King. Because don't get me wrong, as much as I love Thanks to Them, I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see anything related to the Boiling Isles. I mean, I'm fine with being able to like keep it all in like one episode. Like, you know what, For the Future, go completely into the Boiling Isles, see what's going on. Because now I'm getting pretty freaking excited for the Future. And I think that's really all there is to talk about. There is a thing, again, that Luce and Camille are standing on. I really don't have any idea what that is. I feel like it's like kind of familiar, but it's just sort of demon-like. It's definitely not anything to do with Belos or anything, because that's not what Belos looks like. We know that Belos is going to be in the episode. Like, he's going toward the collector. It's a race toward the collector. And when he was running into that cave, I was starting to think about like just Belos theories, like what he's going to be doing. And I heard some discussion about people thinking he's going to bring back like another Grimwalker, because it could be that cave that he entered in back when he was Philip Woodabane, and he had all that stuff in there. That's when he first summoned the collector. Maybe he's going to go back into that cave. And I'm almost wondering, right? Not just one Grimwalker. Why would he stop at one? What if Belos makes an entire army of Grimwalkers? I almost want to make an entire video going over like Belos and an army of Grimwalkers. Like, do you think he could have an entire army of Grimwalkers to go like fight the collector? Because again, I don't really know what Belos' plan is. I don't know. Either way, this stuff is really cool. I love the poster. The screenshot and the clip are pretty cool too, but the poster is definitely the most cool part of this new information that has been released. So definitely let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how excited you are for the future. It feels so weird saying for the future. For the future, because you have to say for twice. Whatever. Anyway, that'll be it from me, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And beware those spoilers, okay? Beware those spoilers. All right. Bye-bye.